So, you know how Donald Trump is supposed to be the worst president in like human history because he took the nukes, he stole the nuclear codes, and then, well, he didn't steal the nuclear codes, but he took France's nuclear codes and the nuclear secrets and the football and but then he didn't do any of that either. Well, he's still really bad because he took top secret classified documents to his private office in Mar-a-Lago. He can't do this. He's pissed off all of the librarians, the congressional librarians. They need those files. They need those books to be returned. Otherwise, they're going to be very unhappy. Well, you know how they've been saying that for all this time? Guess what was just announced? Joe Biden did the exact same thing. Key difference here, Joe Biden was vice president whenever it pertains to the record. So for a little bit of context, in one of Joe Biden's private DC offices, who would possibly have imagined they just discovered that there were top secret, some, like intelligence community, top secret documents in his personal possession that he did not give to the Library of Congress or the Congressional Archives or any of these people. And he was just sitting on them from the time when he was vice president until now. So he has had in his possession top secret information, classified information in his private office that I guess he's now moving out of. This entire time, we were told that Donald Trump needed to go to jail. He needed to be put in prison, never allowed to run again. He was the worst human being that ever lived because of this exact same thing. But key difference, we said Joe Biden was vice president at the time. Donald Trump, whether you like it, whether you hate it, whether you want him in jail, whether you love him, it doesn't matter. Donald Trump as president will always have the built-in excuse to say, well, I was president. I had the unilateral authority to declassify whatever documents may have been found at Mar-a-Lago. If you found them, if they were top secret, well, I said they were declassified. And you kind of run into a brick wall when it comes to prosecuting him because, well, he does have that authority. You know who doesn't have that authority? Joe Biden. Joe Biden, as vice president, did not have the authority to declassify any documents, meaning all of the documents that he had from the time he left the White House as vice president all the way up until now, he had those in his capacity as vice president. At the very least, until he was sworn in as president, he was illegally in possession of top secret documents that he had to send back. So if you want to send Donald Trump to prison for this, well, then you absolutely have got to send Joe Biden to prison because he did the exact same thing, only to a worse degree because he wasn't president when he took those documents. You know, I always love to say, if it weren't for double standards, Democrats would have no standards at all. It is always rules for thee, not for me. If it's Joe Biden, the radical left, they can riot, burn cities down, they can do everything they want. The second that you cross through the velvet ropes of the Capitol, you're the bad guy. Whatever the rule is, they get to break it, you don't. And the ironic reality of all of this classified document talk is that every single president has done this. Since the invention of the stupid requirement, every single president, Barack Obama took classified documents. Joe Biden as vice president took classified documents. Supposedly Donald Trump took classified documents. George Bush took classified documents. Every single president takes classified documents. They're the president of the United States, or at the very least, a former president. They're in possession of so much classified information between their ears. They got all of the debriefs, all of the intel, all of the everything. That's why they still have Secret Service protection for the rest of their lives, because they're a walking database of national secrets. One file here or one file there isn't actually that big of a deal. Problem is, the radical left made it a big deal. So now they've made their bed, and it's time for them to sleep in it.